This isn't your typical generational keynote because the first thing we're going to do is get rid of the 4-generational model. Our brain doesn't put things into 4s, we put it into 2s. And so you've heard this generations, but that's not really what they are. I like to think of them as really old people who don't think that they're old people, whiny people who can't decide if they're old or young people, and then tiny little baby people.
We had so many people laughing throughout his presentation, and I heard so many wonderful comments about how they can take back generational information to use in their businesses.
If you are an old person who is struggling with some of your younger colleagues, I already know what you're thinking about them. They're lazy, unmotivated, no work ethic, more interested in Facebook than productivity, and can't be left in charge of any major decisions. And if you're a young person struggling with one of your older colleagues, I know what you think about them. They're out of touch, stuck in their ways, terrified of change, and technologically incompetent. After we've spent ample amount of time making fun of everybody equally, then we're going to try to dive into why people are the way that they are. And we're going to look at it through the lens that people can relate to. Fashion, music, pop culture, so that they don't have to go out and get a PhD in psychology to understand all these 4 different generations. If you're really being honest with yourselves, there's only 2 groups that we put people into. They are either a young person or an old person, and that's it. If you've ever had trouble at work that you would attribute to generational differences, you've never said, "Well, I am a boomer, just trying to understand the subtle nuances of the Gen X and the Gen Y mind." No. You either say, "That punk kid has no idea what he's talking about," or "That old fart should just retire."